Yeah.
I know people don't love fitness talk, but I can lay out my.
Why don't they like
broth
that?
do you drink?
They don't like that? I thought they do like that.
I drink
No,
bone
you're
broth
pulling my
every day.
leg, Charlie.
No, I swear to God, they don't like that?
Sometimes they fuss, but here's what I'm trying to get out. Go to Chronometer, record your food, weigh it. You need a food scale. It's not that big a deal. Just try it. You're going to be doing this for a month or two. You can do it forever if you want, but in a month or two, you will learn where your calories are coming from. You will learn that things you thought were good are not good. Are almonds good for you? I used to eat fucking fistfuls of almonds like they were a healthy snack and that they were protein. Do almonds have protein? Almonds are fats.
But wait,
almonds are fats. I'm still on a rant. You can go when it's your turn.
Okay, but you're gonna move past the almond thing. I eat a handful of nuts every day as part of the diet, and that's like basically my fat content for the day, and that's important.
Here's where I'm going with this.
Okay, I'm sorry.
If you're not weighing your food, then you don't know what these almonds are doing to you. You can do what I did, which is eat like half a fucking bag of almonds, thinking that this is a healthy snack, and they're not. Are you downing sunflower seeds?
You're gonna kill me. You're gonna kill me. You're gonna kill me.
I am going to
I
kill
do
you.
want to interject one more time. You're right. You're right. Because I weigh the almonds and I have 70 grams. And guys, he's right. I've literally eaten, if you eat half a bag of almonds, nuts are the fattest, highest calorie thing that will shock you. Like you could do better getting chips. My bad, Woody. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And weigh your food. And the process of weighing your food is not to get everything perfect. It's really about learning where your mistakes are. Do you fucked up in your head and that you think trail mix is a thing that healthy athlete hikers eat?
It's
like
trail
I was?
mix. It's concentrated energy for athletes.
This was obvious to everybody else, but I would suggest that someone out there listening is eating tater tots thinking that they're not that bad.
They're not.
Or they're eating, maybe they're not. But fucking weigh your food, put it in Chronometer, and you will learn what you're doing right and
what's
what you're doing
Chronometer?
wrong. It's like the cool kids
My Fitness Pal? What?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm killing My Fitness Pal. Are you telling?
If you're killing My Fitness Pal, you're pretty
money.
2017, my friend.
Am I? Oh shit! Wait, why Taylor better?
That's a guy who like still uses Xbox controller on PC games, kind of talk.
Wait! Don't.
Taylor also uses Xbox.
Harley, I'm trying to get this out. So go there, weigh your food for a little month, weigh your food for a month or two, learn what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. You need to hit your protein macros. That's what he's thought. Get your caloric goals, get your protein macros. Your carbs and your fats, I think, will take care of themselves. I don't work too hard to make sure I get enough fat.
You're telling this to your audience?
I don't work too hard to get my carbs right. I make sure that my calorie and my protein is good. And then outside of that, my carbs and my fats usually land about right. It's not hard to get
this is information for people listening.
Yeah.
You said that they don't like fitness talk, so you just fitness macro information dump them like that?
Yeah.
You don't like fitness talk, and then you yelled at them about what to eat. It's all valuable information. I totally agree with you.
I'm trying to help them in 90 seconds. Now, it took 5 minutes. Why do you think that was, Harley?
We're here for 4 hours, bro. It's okay. Okay. But I'm curious, what do you like? Yeah. I got when I first took on the last boxing match, I was 310 pounds.
Okay.
The slightest things were so good for me. When I was 310 pounds, I didn't do the macro thing. I didn't do that. And you're 100% right. And I got there after the boxing match. And now I'm 25 pounds lighter than the boxing match. I'm 60 pounds lighter. But when I was a very, very fat fuck, and I assume that the people who would benefit from everything you said, I would assume the ones that don't like the fitness talk, but still listen to everything that was useful that you said, I assume those guys, they don't need to jump in like that right away. No, wouldn't you just, what helped me was I just counted calories. I used My Fitness Pal like a fucking idiot, apparently. I just downloaded this app that you guys told me to, but I just counted calories. I found out that at 310 pounds, 2,900 calories was my maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
So I just tried to hit 2,500 calories, and I was 6'6". I was 310 pounds. And when I hit 2,500 calories, I lost a lot. I got a lot of results because I was just disgusting. And if you eat more than 2,500 calories, you're getting too crazy. I hope you're celebrating something. But
This is coming
I
from
would
Epic
just say-
meal time.
that shit ain't making me money anymore.
Welcome
No,
to
but-
Epic diet time.
Now
Because
he's a
everything
professional
what you're
boxer.
saying, but what you say, everything you said is what I do now. But I just got to that, like, literally, like, I messaged Kyle off the podcast. Like, I hit him up. I was like, yo, look what I'm going to start doing. I started to do the macro stuff, but that was like a lot. When I was very fat, I was just like the idea of hitting, like, 200 and however many grams of protein per day was like really taxing. So I was just saying to some of the fat people out there, I didn't mean to interrupt you a million times because everything you said was useful. I'm just saying for the really fat people out there, maybe they would just count calories, right? Do you have tips for that?
Yeah, if you're
But
a fatty, then it's calories in, calories
Let me
out.
reply to that because he was talking. I like what you said. Really, the point of Chronometer or MyFitnessPal, if you're from 5 years ago, was to educate yourself. That's what you're getting out of it. You don't even have to change your diet in the first week. Just weigh it and know what you're doing. Know where your weak points are. And I bet you'll be like, yeah, this is my chronic go-to that's making me. I hydrate with Snapple. Yeah, you'll learn what that does to your diet.
If you ask someone how many calories, if you ask someone how many calories they eat in a day, they'll never say more 2,500 or more. They'll do that thing in their head. Oh, we're supposed to eat 2,000, right? That's what they told us. I don't know, 23, 2,400. You eat 4,600 calories a day, sir. like when you start adding it up. But
yeah,
this is obvious. But like, fat is the most concentrated of things per gram calorically, right? Like it's the most concentrated energy that we can get our hands on, that our bodies can process. Fat. So people that smear butter on toast and think nothing of it, like you just added like a whole soda's worth of calories with one swipe of that like butter knife. Or if you're and seeds and nuts are of course incredibly, that's a purpose. Like a seed and a nut, it's like, let's concentrate as much like energy here because we're going to create a whole goddamn plant out of this tiny little thing, right? And you're just like, I can eat them by the handful.
Kyle nailed it. I used to have George Foreman chicken, mixed vegetables, and a baked potato. This would be my meal. Now, so far, I haven't said anything too horrible. Baked potato is really satiating. So if you're trying to stay in your calorie goals, it's not the lowest calorie thing, but as far as like filling you up and curing your hunger, baked potato kills it. And then I would put a pat of butter on the vegetables, a pat of butter on each side of the potato. It's glorious. It tastes great. But I didn't realize those 3 pads of butter were about equivalent to the rest of the meal combined in terms of calories.
I had no idea.
You cut out 3 pads of butter and you cut your calories in half. That butter wasn't satiating you. It wasn't preventing you from being hungry at midnight. All it did was make your food taste better.
2 milk, 2 sugar in a coffee, and have 2 coffees a day. 2 cream, 2 sugar, and 2 coffees will fuck your shit up. Each one of those is almost a Big Mac in terms of like calories, fat content. God. Yeah. Literally, like if you get a 2 cream, 2 sugar at any coffee place, like a Dunkin' Donuts and a large coffee, and you have 2 coffees, you're fucking your whole day up. You fucked up the whole day. You threw it away on coffees. And I got to say this, you want to be awake. I love coffee. If you want to be awake, I can't say this enough. Like as a person who is very fat and lost a whole bunch, those are the little decisions. Exactly what he said. The butter is such a big decision and it's a waste. Having 2 creams, 2 sugars in your coffee, drink it black. Literally drink it black. And changing to black coffee is like, I love black coffee now. I enjoy black coffee. Or what you said, you put a little bit of almond cream in there, right?
Almond cream and stevia.
But you're an active person, right?
I do my best.
But you do things, right?
Yeah, I do things.
Like, do you work out?
Oh, yeah.
So like people that listen, like, he does put a cream in his coffee, but like he also is active. Like if you're not being active, like when I first started the boxing thing, like I started the diet first. I started counting calories first. I cut the things that didn't need to exist. And when I started putting it into MyFitnessPal, like a fucking idiot from the past, I learned that I tripled down on my fuck ups. And I know there's people who are fat at heart motherfuckers just like me listening. The tripling down on the fuck up is when it was like, sometimes people are like, let's get a hot dog. Let's have a treat today. I was like, cool. So I would go and I would get a hot dog and a hamburger. And the French fries, I would turn to a poutine or a chili cheese fries. So it was a triple fuck up. And then I would be like, well, since I fucked up today, I want something sweet. Ice cream. And then I get home, I get high, and I'm like, crack open the gummies. And I snack on some gummies. This whole day, I've realized, is exactly what Kyle was talking about, a 4,500 calorie day at least. I've had like 3,000 grams of carbs, and I didn't do jack shit. I didn't go for a walk. I didn't go to the gym. And as a fat dude, it's so funny. If you're a dude and you're fat, you can get the results quickly if you count your calories and you go and just fucking walk. You know, honestly.
The thing I want to remind, like, usually when you're good, and I bet you'll agree with this, Harley, you're not very, very good. Like, so your targets, you don't want to exceed 2,500, for example, right? Now you're at 2,400. That's a good day. That's a win. You're in a deficit. You're going to trend in the right direction. You are one fucking Nature's Valley granola bar away from disaster. You make that decision on a daily basis. You are one coffee with real cream and sugar away from being on the wrong side of your, caloric goal. And just don't fuck up. Don't have that one last thing.
I've fucked up and I've skipped a meal the next day, or I've altered the meal to an extent. Like, it was like my mom's 70th birthday, and I'm like, I'm not gonna be a fucking weirdo. So I just really ate small on the way, and then at dinner, I did dinner. I enjoyed it. I wasn't like, oh, I don't know. I fully did it. And the next day, I also kind of picked up the pieces from the fuck up. Sometimes, like, when a fuck up happens, I'm like, okay, this will be like a 3-day journey. You still want to live, right? The
term that I use, the phrasing of it is like, you don't let one loss turn you into a loser, right? Every fucking basketball champion in the world lost 15 games that year, roughly. And like, you can lose. You can have a day in which you gained weight. That doesn't mean your whole trend is going in the wrong direction. You can still be a winner even if you lost a game.
And I was going to ask you what the relevance of weighing the nuts was. What exactly did you mean? Do they weigh a lot more than you realize or something?
No, it's like know how many you're going to eat. How many grams of nuts
you only
today?
eat 70 grams of nuts or whatever.
The impact. Yeah, I used to think
I didn't know they were high.
70 grams would be a lot of nuts.
Dude, they're so high in fat and such high calorie, and you can eat I could eat a whole thing of fucking peanuts. Peanuts, the worst ones. And they're not even a nut. That's a legume.
I would take like a bowl of nuts to bed and eat while I watch TV, not realizing that's like
900 calories.
100 calories or something outrageous,
and like a crazy amount of fat. And a crazy
that's why
amount
they're
of
so filling. Because I've always been told that one way to cut back on food is eat a small handful of nuts, like 20 minutes before you eat some peanuts or some cashews or something, and then it'll be
drink
really
water.
full.
For the fatties listening and hear that, I'd say like drink water. But you look like a guy that's
never going to be fat.
Yes.
I don't struggle with it. I've already lost weight since last time I was on the podcast. And I just went to one soda a day and I lost weight.
Enjoy your Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper in my face.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Have you guys ever had hot Dr. Pepper?
No.
Barbecue water?
Like hot Dr. Pepper in the 50s and 60s was apparently a seasonal beverage. The way that
is this a spicy Dr. Pepper
hot,
or warm
all Dr. Pepper is spicy. If you get my drift, you just warm it up and you serve it in a mug. Dr. Pepper.
Wow.
And it's weird. I read that on Reddit the other day, and I was like, yeah, I've seen that once ever in media, and it was from a Brendan Fraser movie called Blast from the Past, where he's been in the bomb shelter his whole life because they thought that Cold War nukes had went off. And he like pops up in the 90s and like,
but he's from the 50s
but I remember,
whatever.
But I remember his dad was drinking that hot Dr. Pepper back then, and
that's fascinating. I got to look into hot Dr. Pepper.
I want a hot.
I hate it at room temperature, but I'd try it hot.
Yeah,
I don't.
I love Dr. Pepper. I consume like those 0-calorie sodas. I still cut them back, and I know it's doing some fucked up stuff. Kyle, you're a bit more dialed in than I would be, but like I feel like like if you were ever trying to get to like a crazy low amount of body fat, I guess maybe people in competition. Oh, there we go.
Coke Zero, is that what I'm looking at?
Yeah, no, just some people that are like, like I guess a week's out from a competition or something, they would cut the 0-calorie soda. But I get that Walden Farm stuff, all the 0-calorie sauces. I get my boy what's his name? G Hughes. 0-calorie barbecue sauce, great. And they're all phenomenal. They're really
Maple
good.
Farms and G Hughes and that stuff is great.
Yeah, and that's good.
I mostly drank, weirdly enough, unsweet tea throughout the whole thing. Like
I like
the stuff that Wings love so much, minus the sugar. like
just cold tea.
Whenever you would see me with that rattly thermos, it was full of tea with ice. It iced, unsweet, artificially sweetened with like a scoop of Splendor or something tea, and because I wanted to drink gallons, plural, a day, and I couldn't do water that much. Water's just gross. Like it doesn't taste like anything. Drink 2 gallons of it. All right. Let's see how it tastes on the. When you start gallon number 2, let me know how it's tasted.
I can't finish gallon number 1. That's excessive.
Wait,
well, if you give me a couple days.
You got cardio accounted for like most of it.
Here's the macros on a day. What do you think about this, guys?